Now, another thing regarding the Middle East, they're asked about Palestine. They're asked about, what would you do? And Elizabeth Warren, she gives a non-answer. Take a look.
Thank you very much. Senator Warren.
Look, the way we have to think about this is I think we have to start with the values and what has to be protected here. Israelis have a right to security, and the Palestinians have a right to be treated with dignity and to have self-determination. That is a two-state solution. But it's not up to us to determine what the terms of a two-state solution are. We want to be a good ally to everyone in the region. The best way to do that is to encourage the parties to get to the negotiating table themselves. Donald Trump's big mistake is he keeps putting a thumb on the scale on just one side, and that moves the parties further away from working out their own solution here. We need to be an ally by supporting them to come to negotiate, to find a lasting peace.
But Senator Warren, just on the question of the embassy, what was your position on that?
It is not ours to do.
Would you move it back?
It is not ours to do. We should let the parties determine
Would
the
you move it back?
Our
Yes or no?
embassy should let the parties determine the capitals themselves.
Nora?
Okay, so I don't know what she is talking about. It is yours to do. It's your embassy. You can choose where to put it. You can choose if you want to have one at all. Okay? You can completely cut ties if you wanted to, technically. I mean, this is a ridiculous answer. If you're the president, of course you can command your Secretary of State to move the embassy. Or you could have two embassies. The United States has several embassies in many countries. This is a ridiculous non-answer. What she's doing here is pandering to AIPAC. Of course. She was trying to avoid angering the Israeli lobby in America. She doesn't want to say that, oh, I would definitely remove the American embassy from Jerusalem, which is being illegally occupied under international law and according to several UN resolutions backed by 99% of the international community. She doesn't want to remove the embassy from Jerusalem because she knows she's going to anger the AIPAC Israeli lobby in America and also the hardcore Zionists in Israel. She tiptoed around it. That's what that was. In case, so for some of you, that may not have been that clear, that's exactly what that was. She's a very slimy politician. She tricks you. She speaks as if she supports peace, as if she supports a two-state solution. And she attacks Trump for putting his thumb on the scale, but she's also putting her thumb on the scale. You can't encourage peace and a two-state solution by angering one side with useless provocations like moving the embassy to Jerusalem and recognizing Jerusalem as the capital of Israel when it actually doesn't belong to Israel, right? So she is effectively putting her thumb on the scale. She is taking a side here while using rhetoric that makes it look like she supports peace and a two-state solution. But she's clearly taking a one-sided position here. She is on the side of Israel, but without saying it. This is doublespeak, this is newspeak, this is 1984. This is how politicians do. If Elizabeth Warren becomes president, she will be no friend of Palestinians. She is making sure that she doesn't burn her bridge with the Israeli lobby. That's exactly what that was. Make no mistake. And for those of you who aren't familiar with the Israeli-Palestinian conflict and the conflict with the surrounding nations, in 1967, Israel took over East Jerusalem and the Golan Heights, and they've been illegally occupying it ever since. And it's illegal for any country to put its embassy there. It's not the capital. The United States, Trump recognized Jerusalem as Israel's capital. It's not. It doesn't belong to Israel. Just like the Golan Heights do not belong to Israel. This is a fact. This has been asserted by the international community, by the United Nations, over and over and over again. It's indisputable. You can live in your own bubble, in your own reality, but that doesn't change the truth. And what she's doing there is trying to tiptoe around it. She's giving a non-answer effectively there, meaning she has no spine. What do you expect? If she really wanted a two-state solution, it's very nice to say that, but you need to be more specific with that, okay? So Bernie Sanders, for example, he said that he would leverage aid against Israel. You know, Israel receives billions of dollars of aid every year from America, a lot of it military aid. He said he would leverage that against Israel for more humane treatment of the Palestinians. But that doesn't go far enough. That doesn't go far enough. You want a real American who supports Palestinians? You need to say, I am going to make sure that Palestine gets a state. End of story. Of course they can make it happen. Of course. We're talking about the most powerful nation on earth. They have a permanent seat on the UN Security Council. They could do anything they wanted. If they really wanted, if they were 100% serious about it, they could get it done. But they don't want to.